Lately, me and my girlfriend started watching some old animated movies. And one of the things that I was really surprised at first, and then I was like, yeah, it makes sense, was that my girlfriend never watched Toy Story. Yeah, yeah, please don't hate on her. She is a lovely person, but she has her prejudice. But, 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 yeah. But finally she said, all right, let's watch that movie. I was so excited because I was about to see firsthand what is it like to watch that movie for the first time. Because for me it was a long time ago, yeah, and it was fantastic. I know the 3D is a bit dated, but the story is so good that it gets you there. You feel it. You feel the emotions and the good writing. RIP good writing, because you don't see it often in movies anymore. I know these movies about toys, and of all of the toys, surprisingly, the little green toy soldiers from the bucket got me thinking about if this thing still exists, because it's practically a miniature and I love those. I searched a bit and I found that they still exist and you could buy them, and they're really cheap, which was pretty cool. And I bought some. They're here with me. Yes, this is a whole packet. Like, I think 2000, no, not 2000, I think 200 of these small guys, and these are knights. They're not even soldiers with guns, and they're with swords. If you could see it, yes, swords. So this got me thinking, okay, I bought them. They're cool. I used to have soldiers as a kid, I guess, but what could I do with them? And in that line of thought, I was like, miniatures. Yeah, I could make them look better because they're small, and they're as they came off from the mold they're created in. So probably a quick paint job, a little bit of removing the mold lines and replacing the bases could be a good idea for a little project with knights. Yeah, a little fantasy miniatures. What could you do with these knights? I don't know. You could probably have them as a display piece, or I don't know, make a war game with it. Make them fight, because they're gonna be prettier and more battle ready, I guess. I don't know, something like that. Bottom line is, I'm gonna paint some little soldiers. As I'm examining them, I'm seeing that they're quite small. They're really small, yeah. But that's okay. That's okay. They're like they're small as a, I think yeah, they're about as small as, let me find some. Yeah, they're about as big as a Grot from 4K. You could You could see both. Yeah. So I can't use them for something like 40K. So probably I'm going to have to design a system or probably borrow one from somewhere and make the whole thing work with smaller models, which is gonna be pretty fun, I guess. Yeah. I'm thinking about one-page rules. I think it's not gonna be that hard to borrow some things from one-page rules, and we'll see how I do. I actually don't have very much experience with wargaming, but I'm quite interested. Until now I've been painting miniatures, but the game part of it, it's still a mystery to me, so I'm going to try to get into that. What better way to do that than making some custom-ish miniatures and adapting a whole system to your liking. But it's probably pretty easy. Yeah, pretty easy. Pretty easy. Anyways, I like to make my life hard, so that's gonna be fun anyway. So I took these guys and I primed them. Put like new bases. So I've removed their bases because they were kind of ugly and too little. And I printed some square bases because I like square bases. Yeah. They were quite small. Look at a little guy. It's gonna be very cute. And then I primed them. Yeah, as you can see, they already look like real miniatures. And with these bases, I put some homemade concoction that is made with glue, paint, and baking powder. So yeah, you could make a pretty good mud, or if you play with the ratios, you could make pretty convincing snow. I could actually show you the snow. Let me just get in. You could definitely make pretty cool snow with the same technique. And yeah, after that it was time to paint them a bit. So that's what I did. I've painted only some of the soldiers. I think I want to paint like 20 to begin with. Maybe I've painted, let me check. There are two boys here. I actually gave the two of them the same crest. And the others are going to be red, I think, so it's easily recognizable. And they're going to look amazing, I think. I'll keep you posted about this. This guy. Him. He's ready to attack. And this one. I was really surprised how cool are the models, because I wasn't expecting them to look that good when you paint them just a bit, and it was a pleasant surprise. I'm very excited to start showing you more of my projects, and this one is going to be a pretty cool one, I think. I'm very excited to show you more of my projects, but I think this is a good beginning, and I'll keep you posted how I'm doing with these knights and how I'm doing with the system and learning to play more of these war games. I'll probably go to my local game store and ask some people around, and they will probably show me how to play these games a bit better, because I've only watched. I think it's time for me to get deeper, and I'll get you along with me in this journey. So Bye for now. See you next time.
George!